This is a How Is He podcast with Podge and Papa, proudly sponsored by Amplify. Power up your podcast. Let's kick it off.
Episode 75, Papa.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Carroll Estimating. If you're a contractor, subcontractor, supplier, manufacturer, Carroll Estimating will price your job tighter than a Palatine man at a bar when it's his round. Check them out on carrollestimating.ie. I'm not going to lie to you, this is the second attempt at this because it was a tongue twister, but we're going to go with it. Because we're only human, right? Welcome to episode 75, the How Is He podcast. A completely different one for us tonight. Joined here as always by my co-host Paul Popadoling here in a fantastic facility that is Amplify Studio right in the heart of Carlow Town. Our guest tonight is Shannon O'Keefe, an IMRO nominated radio presenter with KCLR, co-creator of the Kilkenny Comedy Club, an award-winning filmmaker with Dice Men Productions, whose Irish comedy The Hurler is streaming now, and I've seen it. It's on Amazon. Take a look. But more than anything, Shane's a wrestling fanatic. He's behind the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show podcast on YouTube. The channel is just that, isn't it? Wrestling Fan Wrestling?
That's it, yeah.
Thanks very much. He's in the ring himself as his alter ego, Frankie Vendetta. Brilliant. Some character, man. It's deadly. Brilliant. He's a jack of all trades, and happy to admit he's only slightly above average at most of them. But when it comes to wrestling, he's front and centre in everything he does. Shane, a massive, massive welcome onto the podcast. I guarantee you that restart never happened before.
No.
I promise you.
This is class, man. This is a class facility.
It's good, isn't it?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good,
All right, yeah. Busy?
Yeah, always have to be.
First of all, I want to say, have you been canonised yet for working beside Shannon?
Oh, yeah.
It must be coming.
Yeah, well, like
Poor
a
Shannon.
lot of it gets said when Shannon's not there, you know.
Yeah.
Just kind of drag her up by the bootstraps kind of thing, you know. No, Shannon's great. She's class.
And she just took up the middle finger.
And she's a good friend as well, so
yeah, she's very good
You get to
to watch
work
she
with
does.
your friend, which is like you know it
Yeah.
if you are friends.
Yeah,
They weren't
yeah.
talking when the
Sometimes,
cameras were off.
sometimes,
Just for the hour and a half.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the comedy club thing.
Yeah, the Cat Laughs
Yeah.
in Kilkenny, like it was such a huge institution. It still is, like, you know, you're getting a lot of comedians. But when I always wanted to try stand up, and there was nowhere in Kilkenny to do it. So like every now and again you might get like Al Foran, he did the impressions. I worked with Al quite a bit, and he actually gave me my first opportunity. I emceed a gig for him down in Hackett's Bar. I just caught the bug for it. And then for ages, there was nothing there, you know, and you'd have to travel to Dublin to do a show or something like that. So myself and a lad called Keane McGarrigle, we just said, why don't we just bring it here? So we brought it to the Home Rule Club, who were absolutely bang on, sound out. And we just wanted to have a venue.
Kilkenny.
Yeah. And we just wanted to have a venue for like bringing top class comedians, but also, which was important to me, an avenue for someone who was starting out to have a place to come down. You know what I mean? The ticket prices were dirt cheap. Everyone was getting paid. Like the comedians were getting paid. We were filming everything, so the comedians could have something as well on top of when they were going. They'd have some top quality video or whatever, and they can share it on their reels. And that in turn will help promote the club, which hopefully will bring more people in. Some people want to try it, but yeah, that was a really cool time in my life. I stepped away from it there recently. So someone you might know, Shannon Basu Gall.
Oh yeah, he's coming on 2 weeks.
Man, he's so funny.
Is he good?
Yeah, so he's after stepping in with Keane. I had kind of too much on my plate at the time, and I was happy with what we accomplished. We won some business award and nighttime economy award, and then it was
Really
like,
took off, like.
yeah, no, it was really cool. We were putting on some kind of spot shows. We were going 2 a month at one stage. It's just a really cool time in my life, and I got to just see some class comedians, which in Kilkenny, and like Kilkenny is very important to me. So I was just happy that there was a place there for people to perform comedy and view comedy on a more regular basis.
Is it? And you're in your Dice Man Productions as well.
Yeah. So like, I started off making jackass skits when I was like 14.
I've seen a few of your videos where you're dressed up as a guard.
Yeah.
You're going back a long time now.
Yeah, a very long time. Yeah, like I started doing jackass skits. I have an old tape. We called it Jack Arse. So it's just me and all the boys in trolleys, like throwing each other off walls and stuff. And my dad ended up confiscating the video camera off me after a few of the stunts that we were pulling. Like teachers were getting involved, and it was going a bit mad.
What age were you?
14. 13, 14.
But the actual Jackass show was nuts, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
That
and
was,
that's
what's
what
his name?
Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville, yeah.
Well, like that's what we were trying to emulate. You know, we were just trying to do mad stuff.
But you'd wince looking at some of the videos they used to do, wouldn't you?
Yeah. But
man.
we be and 30 Sanchez. I don't know if you ever
I seen
remember.
him
Yeah.
live.
Oh man,
Did you?
I see him live in the edge in
those
Carlow.
boys are fucking nuts. Like, you know what I mean? But as a 14-year-old watching that,
Well, what it was the trend, right?
yeah.
It was the viral of yesterday.
And it was like skating was massive then as well, and there was a big crossover appeal between it. And like a lot of my friends that I hung out with would have been in the kind of skateboarding community. I was never good at skateboarding. I was the guy that'd like hop on a pogo stick onto the skateboard and then get flattened. You know what I mean? That was my kind of thing. So yeah, I got my video camera taken off me, but I was always like mad into making people laugh and that kind of stuff. So I started doing some sketches on my phone in like 2014, and some of them started taking off. And then I met the lads, the Fuppin' Egypts.
They're brilliant.
Class. Stevie Carl, I owe so much to Stevie.
They're brilliant.
Stevie's the man. You know, he's involved in Kilkenny soccer as well. Like,
Yeah, that's right. Is he? Who's he? What's
I think
he?
he was with Stonyford. I think he's with
Stonyford.
Freebooters now, though, and on underage side. But
There was three of them. Sorry, I'm trying to. Shannon.
and Eddie.
Yeah,
they're
brilliant.
Then they're all mental health nurses. You know what I mean? And you're like, these lads are mental.
Yeah.
Like, how are they doing this? But like, I met them. I started doing sketches with them. Then there was lads in Kilkenny that actually had good equipment, and that's where the Dice Men came in. So I met Louis, David, and Matthew, and we just started making sketches. I started enjoying the kind of sketches I was doing with them. It was all dark humor as opposed to like the stuff that was going viral, which is like the Irish mammy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we just said, why don't we just start doing this as a business? So you start with portfolio work, like kind of contacted businesses going, can we shoot this for you? Can we shoot that for you? And then we just I ended up leaving the bank. I was like, we're going to make a go at this. And
Where
we
did
made
you
a go
go
of
to
it.
the Bank of Ireland?
Yeah.
In Lochboy?
I started in Lochboy and then I ended up in the branch. So I was working in the branch
When did you leave Lochboy?
There was two different. So I started in 2012 in the call centre, moved to the branch in 2013 maybe.
I would have just missed
No, maybe 2015, and then I applied for redundancy, and they were like, "Oh no, go back. Why don't you try it back there?" Because they weren't trying to get rid of the lads on the small contracts. It was all the big. So they sent me back to 365. I said I still want to go. So I ended up getting redundancy out there. And that's how like I was able to kind of just
I didn't know
forge
you
ahead.
worked in the bank. Wow.
Yeah, like I studied law in college, like my degree's in law, and then I started doing all the QFAs and all that stuff because I didn't think it was possible to get a job in like radio or to get a job in like video production or anything like that. It just seems so far out of reach.
But always in your mind, I presume, right?
Oh yeah, like what happened? How I knew I was leaving the bank was actually from a soccer injury. So I don't know if you noticed, I have a big scar here, like. So I was going up for a ball with a lad called Mick Barco, who was on my team. And neither of us called the ball. Neither of us went like, oh, my ball or whatever. So we just ran full force at it and just like coconuts. He got messed up. I got messed up. I was out of work
Pretty decent scar, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gnarly, like. And I was out of work for like 6 weeks, and I came back into the bank.
Is that just stitches, yeah?
Yeah, just all up here. Like, that was the third time I'd been cut open from soccer. I was a bangers and mash football. There was no like finesse about
Where'd
me.
you play?
Centre back.
Yeah.
Or I was left back that day. But I wasn't like it was Tony Pulis Stoke football. That's what I love that stuff. Just throw my head in on anything. So that was the third time it happened. But I came back into work after 6 weeks, and I said to someone, I was like, oh, I'd fucking love if that happened again. So I get another 6 weeks off. And like when you want to facially disfigure yourself so you don't go into work, you're like, all right, I'm done. You know,
Yeah.
I hate it. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that. And whilst like in relation to work before and after that, what did you do? I know you were in college, obviously, but what were you doing professionally before that?
Before the bank,
Yeah,
I was just came out of college, so I
Straight
did a lot of
college.
Nixers jobs. I was a Santa Claus one Christmas because it was 20 stone. Like I was fucking massive.
I get that vibe.
You were
off
what?
you.
Yeah, I was 20 stone. I was a big chap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when
You
I
weren't
first
20 stone.
started doing wrestling, I was a boulder. Like, I did labouring with my uncle, single ply roofing down in Cork. So I'd go down to Cork every summer. I was a grave digger one fucking summer with the council, just doing everything. Like,
The reason I asked that is I guess
mad boy. Grave digging was great. It was during the World Cup.
CV, isn't it?
It was during the World Cup in 2010. So, like, you know, unless someone died, you'd be sitting in there, like, just watching the World Cup, all the vuvuzelas going off,
Waiting
going
for
fucking
people to
mad.
die.
Like,
Yeah.
I was going to say the reason I asked you that about your professional life is I just kind of want to hit on the fact that no matter what you were doing, which is you've just said it was a wide variation of jobs, you had a clear dream that you wanted to be in front of a camera, behind a camera, in that kind of production world. Is timing everything in the sense that when you got into it, we started having viral moments? Do you get me?
Yeah. There was still like this, I would even say a bit of like envy with a lot of people, because I couldn't figure out how to mesh like my sport that I loved to do when I was younger with like the art that I like to do.
Yeah.
Because my mates then they grew up out of the Jackass stuff when we lost the video camera. So they were into like their, whatever they were into. And like we left kind of the music scene, and we lost the Zoo nightclub in Kilkenny, which was a big hub for like metalheads like us.
Yeah.
So I didn't know then there was like this filming community, the Young Irish Filmmakers, and then there was my soccer and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't know how to mesh the two, because back then you didn't really. I don't know. Maybe it was my perceived notions, but there was no real crossover. Like even with the soccer, they'd be all going to the Fresh for Disco, and they'd be all slagging me off for like being a metalhead, you know what I mean? So I kind of felt like an outsider there, but when I was trying to do the Young Irish Filmmakers, I felt like an outsider to them, because, I still like me football. I like Manchester United.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think tweener is a wrestling term, right?
Yeah, tweener, yeah. Between heel and babyface, yeah. So I was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Done a bit of research.
This guy knows it.
Yeah. But that's even to go a little bit deep here. Did you feel kind of, I won't say unwanted, right? But did you feel that you'd ever fit in either or? Because as you said, you're unique in the sense that skateboarding thing, the Jackass, the rocker, but you love soccer.
Yeah.
Which is rare, right?
Yeah, I play basketball and rugby and all that. Yeah.
And then, so you're a big sport head, a big metal head, and a big production video head. Like, I can understand how you kind of felt on the edge of them as well, right?
Yeah. Like, and then I just kind of naturally, like, I start partying kind of, and that, like, I'm an alcoholic. Like, I've been in recovery for the past 2.5 years nearly.
Wow.
But like my binge drinking started when I was like 16, because I used to always, I used to say me drinking, it'd be like putting a blanket over my brain, so to like just shut everything off. So like when I wasn't drinking, my head would be going fucking 90, and I'd be thinking, oh, do I fit in here? Or
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like that. So it was kind of difficult. But then when I was drinking, I was like,
easy block it out.
Yeah, and I was the life of the party
That's
though
what
as
it
well.
is, an escape, yeah.
Yeah, I was the life of the party though. Like we used to have my gaff in college used to be called a sock drawer. My initials are Shane O'Keefe, SOK. But that's where everyone had come to have a fucking good time or whatever, you know what I mean? Because I could be the comedian then or whatever. But like even in college, I just felt like, oh, what the fuck am I studying law for? Like all these people want to be lawyers. I at the time I was like, I'm going to be a guard.
Yeah.
And I didn't even feel like
you were never going to be a guard.
No,
but just is that a bit of fitting in? Like, is that a bit of
probably?
Yeah, I'll be a guard just to fucking be the on the same level as everyone else.
To conform, like my dad. My dad, it would be very realist. You know what I mean? It'd be kind of like, what are you doing with that stuff? Like, he'd be supportive, but he'd also be like,
question it as well. Sort
yeah,
of.
like when I wanted to leave the bank, it was like, good pensionable job. Like, what are you doing? He's been the devil's advocate or whatever. Yeah. So that always play in your head as well. There's also been like, fuck you took my video camera off me, so now I'm going to prove you wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They have this little thing called a mobile phone. Do you mind talking about your addiction?
No, not at all.
Tell me the gutter moment.
I actually went to see an Oasis tribute band. And I remember
in the set, no?
Yeah, in the set, yeah. It was the second time.
Years ago, I'd say sorry, no.
It was about 2.5 years ago.
Was that?
Yeah, it was a class gig.
Yeah, it was a great gig.
Very good gig.
Yeah.
But I had seen him previously. I was seeing him with my dad. I had a really nice moment with my father, like. And then the next time I went with my friends, and I remember with my missus, I had said, "Oh, I'm gonna kind of stop or whatever drinking." But then that night, I had tickets to it. I was like, "Right, I'm just gonna have one." She was like, "Are you sure now you want it?" Because like, my mood would be. Like I was drinking copious amounts. I was drinking fucking full bottles of gin, and then getting cans on top of that, and then doing other stuff on top of that. So like I'd be on such a high, and then I'd forget everything. I had really bad blackouts. Like I couldn't remember anything.
Do you remember nights out?
No, not at all. No. Like, and the lads would tell you, like, I'd go for a pint with them, and we'd be doing rounds, and I'm like, right, you ready for my round? They're like, I'm not even fucking halfway through this. Like, I'd just be sculling them, open my throat, and just gone. So then that Oasis night,
Was that to get the feeling of the blanket over the head and forget everything?
yeah, like maybe subconsciously, like I never really
Didn't
thought
know you
about it that way.
were doing it like that.
Yeah, but like I'd be drinking on my own at home, and I'd be drinking full bottles of gin, and I'd be watching YouTube, and normally like when I was watching YouTube, I'd be like 30 seconds on a video and I'd click it off. 30 seconds, oh, there must be something better out there. There has to be something better out there. But then when I was drinking, I'd be watching like Rory Gallagher for like 10 minutes, played shadow play, and just be like,
brilliant.
Like transfixed, you know what I mean? But then forget it all the next day.
Yeah.
So yeah, that Oasis night, it was just not out of the ordinary or anything. But then I went home, I started listening to this great Irish band called Lankum, and they have like, you know, Irish trad music is going to get to your heart or whatever. And I just started getting really upset, and I rang the Samaritans, and then I went to do something stupid, and then I have a vivid memory in my mind of like snapping out of it, which was weird because like I'd be blacking out most of the time. So I just snapped out of it. And then I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And next day then I went to AA.
Wow.
Yourself?
Yeah, well, like I had a chat with my missus, like,
But you triggered it first.
yeah, kind of.
Which is important.
It was just like, this can't continue. Like I wasn't aggressive when I was drinking.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, but I started kind of making silly, like I'd fall over and I'd get like glass stuck in my hand or something. And then it just started getting progressively worse. You're like, oh fuck! So like it was escalating.
But you don't know though, right?
What
you
do you
don't you don't know you're on the decline.
No, not at all. No, because you make excuses for everything.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, oh well, like that happened.
Yeah.
Like you pissed in the corner. I was really drunk. Like I had this amount of points, but I won't do it again. Then you do it again, and then it becomes normal.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's what. That just happens when you do that, and you just
Would
start
you say
making
you weren't
excuses.
aggressive, but like, you don't even know you're hurting people that you're hurting.
Exactly.
That's the worst thing about
yeah.
it. Like, you're people worried about you not able to sleep and everything. You're actually only having to crack a few pints.
Yeah,
But
like
it's more than that.
Getting sick. Like I used to
Yeah, it's
make
more than
myself
that.
get sick, so I could keep drinking.
Wow.
So like I'd be like,
Get rid of that with my system. I'm going back again.
I'm going back again. Yeah,
Tank
'cause
is empty now.
I used to do a thing when I was smoking and like just fags or whatever. I'd be smoking that and they'd give me the dizzies, and I'd be like, oh no, and then I'd go get sick, and then I feel brand new, and then go back drinking on my own, watching fucking, you know, whatever.
Would you say the conversation you had with your missus and landing into A was one of the bravest things you ever done?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was brave. I'd say it was a necessity. Like I'd like to kind of go, right, I'm a bit of a realist about stuff. Like it couldn't continue. Yeah. And I know like a lot of people, like even my dad was like, I'm so proud that you're not drinking. But he was inquisitive, being going like, could you not have a few? And I was like, no, Dad, you don't understand. Like if I have one, like that's me gone. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about how much money is in my pocket. I'm thinking about how many pints I can get. I can think about if we're doing rounds and you're fucking on the G&Ts, I'm like, oh, that's one less pint for me. And it's a very selfish way of thinking. So yeah, it was just like, I'm not happy. How do I change this?
Yeah.
And it was more so like the days of just being down afterwards and like not setting out to do stuff, being a zombie for like the whole week.
You're on the edge, right? You're hanging on by you. Yeah.
And then you're getting giddy then because you know I'm going drinking again.
The roundabout was coming.
Yeah. Because like
it's hard to deal with. I've work colleagues went through that. My God.
Yeah.
Witnessing doing it and leaving like, I'm not going to mention any names, but leaving cans in a river on the way into work doing the post.
Man,
So to be honest to God, leaving cans in a river in a bag tied to a rock that won't move. So I guess
keep it cold.
Keep it cold when he comes back on the way with the post. He'll be drinking going around.
Yeah,
Just honest to God, wicked stuff.
Yeah.
But it's to admit it, fair play. Well done.
It was just a necessity, like, and I do credit me missus quite a bit as well because she's never mad at me. Never. It was just kind of like you say you want to change stuff, are you going to change it? Because like
it's up
that
to you, sort of.
Yeah, that's one of my big mantras. Like, and ask Shannon, you know, she wants to do acting. All right, go do acting then, because there's local theatre companies that you can go do acting in, and then you're acting. You know what I mean? But don't. And this isn't about Shannon, but don't say you want to do something and then not actively pursue it. You know? And that was it. I knew there would be a turning point eventually with the way my drinking was going. That it was coming, like. And that just happened to be the day. And then, you know, thankfully since then I haven't had a
Can
drink.
you socialise in circles, in pubs, clubs?
Yeah, I have done.
You're comfortable.
And you know what? At the start, I found the zeros to be
Ideal.
Osmosis. Yeah, you know, like that buzz you get when you're like, oh, I'm starting to drink.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? This is classic. You're getting all giddy. I found that sustained.
Yeah.
But after a while, it does get wearing. And then what allowed me, what giving up drink has done for me is it's kind of made me realise how much time I was devoting to stuff that I didn't particularly want to do.
Gotcha.
So like the acting, I was doing loads of rehearsals and stuff, and I said, all right, I liked it, but then I was like, this is too much. But I was trying to do it to please people, you know what I mean? And like even going out or whatever, like the way I look at it is, like if someone gets annoyed at you, your friend gets annoyed at you because you don't go out with them, they're not really your friend that way then. You know what I mean? You're always going to be there for them. I have a mate over in Australia. I have a mate who just had a kid in we could go weeks without seeing each other. A mate in Australia, we can go years without seeing each other. The second we're together, then it just picks back up.
Naturally,
and that's what friends are, in my opinion.
I
but
agree.
it allowed me to be a bit more selfish with my time and kind of identify what I wanted to do. And, you know, I like sitting at home with my missus. So I'm going to sit at home with my missus because that's what I like to do, you know? And it allowed me to do that instead of overthinking and sitting with people and just drinking and chatting shite like.
Yeah, no, but you're 100%,
Brilliant,
you're 100% spot on. Massive into wrestling, right?
Fucking love
Let's
it.
fucking go in.
Let's go.
Talk to me about Shane O'Keefe when he first sets eyes on wrestling.
So this you'll laugh at this now. So my dad was the first person to introduce me to wrestling, right? Back in like the early 90s. So I was born in 89. So he said it was the only time that I'd ever like just shut the fuck up. He'd just put me down in front of the TV and I'd be watching wrestling. But then my dad started copping on going, this is fake.
Yeah.
So then he banned me from watching wrestling. So the fucker took away my camera and banned me from watching wrestling. So what do I go on to do in later life? I start a production company and start wrestling.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's just like, fuck you, Dad. You know what I mean? And my dad's great. Like, I love my father, but like, I just find it funny, the two things that he tried to take away from me, that's what I decided to pursue. Yeah. You know, I think there's something in that for anybody that's bringing up their kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah, brilliant.
If you want them to do something, take it away from them, and then they're going to go, fuck you. But and when my dad took it away from me, I started going up to my nan's on Friday night, and Cartoon Network had turned to TNT, and I started watching Nitro, WCW and stuff. So that was like my pilgrimage every Friday night. I'd go up to my nan's, 9 o'clock I'd have Nitro, after that there'd be Thunder, and I was just obsessed with it. And like, you know, I'd have all the figures and stuff because my ma buy me figures and all that. And yeah, ever since then, I like there's this whole world when wrestling kind of takes up everything. There's this whole world that you can dive into because there's so many other people out there like me where you're discussing storylines and this and that, and then you're fantasy booking, and then you're playing the games, and then you're, you know what I mean? It's deep, just like any lore of anything. Like, you know, you're going to get the same way people who are fans of Lord of the Rings or whatever.
Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons and things. But sure, like the internet came in that time and kind of made a whole different world of wrestling, though, right?
Yeah, blew it up like
it made a whole different world of it.
Yeah, and kayfabe was completely dead because what became really interesting was the power dynamics behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So the actual real stuff that was happening because you're having all these massive egos that are actually trying to work together and create, like, in my opinion, it's art. So creating art, but they all want to be like the main artist as well. So like, it like once you get ingrained in that world, you're fucked because it's just so interesting.
Yeah, sure. Even the behind the scenes that I didn't look at it. No, I looked at about 10 minutes and turned it off. But the Netflix
Unreal
released Unreal. What you make of that?
I like, see, this is me being a bit of a conspiracy theorist, right? So I think that's what wrestling used to be. So if you get me, where that is now the world that they're trying to portray as real, but that's actually fiction as well. Yeah. So like, you have what's happening in the wrestling ring. Everyone knows that's fake. So they know everyone's interest behind the scenes. So they're going to go, oh, but this is real. But I think that part is fake. And then there's another layer behind it where there's actually what's really going on. And I said I'd love if they did like an all or nothing type of documentary.
Yeah.
Like you seen Danny Rose sitting down with Jose Mourinho and Danny Rose is like going, there's shit, you should be playing me.
Yeah.
Like that's real. That wasn't set up.
That's right, yeah.
Or Christian Eriksen going, I want to go to Inter Milan or like Arteta.
Dele Alli, remember we brought in Dele Alli?
Dele Alli, yeah.
That
You're
was
going to,
brilliant.
yeah, like you're going to look back and you're going to, like that's real stuff. That's what I want to see. But in the WWE world, with that documentary, I think they're fictionalizing a lot of stuff. So
I get you 100%. They're kind of pulling back the curtain to show you what they do in a pretend world.
Yeah,
like
but they're showing you what they want to show you, as opposed to showing like there's two really good documentaries. Beyond the Mat,
brilliant,
unbelievable, and Wrestling with Shadows. It's the Bret Hart documentary that covers the Montreal Screwjob. And they're really good behind the scenes because that's you really get to see what's going on then.
Yeah,
instead
of
Did
you watch the one with Vince McMahon on Netflix?
Course,
very good.
Yeah, very good. But like, so to a wrestling fan like me, like we knew all that stuff.
Yeah,
we have a documentary on the YouTube channel on the Vince McMahon stuff. But like to someone on the outside world looking in, it looks fucking bonkers.
Right?
Like you know what I mean? Like I'm sure you're looking at it going, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Sorry for cursing. I don't know.
You can curse.
Yeah. But like, I can understand, especially when they made the turn to Netflix, how they need to get a casual audience in. So they have to kind of just showcase the stuff that all of us wrestling fans already know, like the marks.
It changes viewing figures because it's a streaming service, right?
Yeah.
So it changes viewing figures, and then you have obviously you can view a library, you can go back and watch it, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's why they're doing all that kind of stuff. Tell me this. When did you contemplate on doing it?
There was back in around 07, 06, there was a wrestler from Kilkenny. I seen it in a newspaper clipping called Conor Hurley. He was a GEA player.
Right.
That was his
Hurley.
gimmick.
Yeah.
And like every time he was outside of Kilkenny, he'd wear the Kilkenny jersey, so he's a bad guy.
Okay.
So he was an evil GEA player. But in Kilkenny, he was the hometown hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So his name is Mick Wall. He's currently the Leitrim hurling manager.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like he's proper like GA head. But him and Paul Cummins, who was a martial artist in Kilkenny, he was gonna manage Conor Hurley in his big match in his debut in Kilkenny. So I went to that match. I think Sami Zayn was there. You know Sami Zayn? Yeah. He was under his previous guys, El Generico.
And the mask.
Yeah. So like I seen a lad from Kilkenny and I'm in the front row and he's there in the ring doing the thing that I love. So I just contacted him and said, Mick, any chance I could start training? He's like, yeah, no bother. So we drove up in his blue van to Baldoyle Industrial Estate on a Saturday morning. We trained for 4 hours, fell in love with it.
Tough training.
There's some of the stuff they were doing was stupid. And I think I kind of said it too. There's a bit of a fucking, back then there was a bit of a kind of toxicity around it. Like, you know, they'd get young lads in, young lads like me, they'd put on boxing gloves and we just start punching heads off each other. It's like, that's not wrestling. I'm coming here to learn how to like fall or whatever. But Mick stopped coming on Saturdays. He was maybe doing shows or whatever. So I used to go bouncing. I was only 18, so I'd be bouncing on the Saturday night in like Uncle Sam's, so in a fast food place.
Tipper, love it.
Yeah.
Uncle
Across from
Sam's
Lifestyle. I worked in Lifestyle for years.
Yeah.
And it was right across the road from Uncle Sam's.
Yeah, class. I kicked my dad out of Uncle Sam's one time.
Give me back my video recorder.
Yeah, where's the camera, you bollocks? But yeah, I go bouncing. I finish at 4. I get the 8 o'clock bus up to Dublin, up to Houston. Then
when did you sleep, Shan?
I'd be sleeping in between that time. And then I'd sleep then when I come back from training and then go back bouncing then on the Saturday night. And then I'd go up to Houston, I get the dart out to Baldoyle.
Yeah.
I train and then get the same back. And that went on for a while, and then they started doing a few shows and stuff. And then I went to college and like I wasn't bouncing as much. So it kind of weaned away, and I didn't really like some of the people and the way they operated and stuff. So I was just like, all right, it's not for me.
Were they kind of hammering down a hierarchy, like we're going to
No, there was just
Bob Holly style, right?
Not even that. There was just some like idiots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was just lads being dickheads, like for no reason. Whereas that's completely turned around nowadays. I went back training in like 2015, and then this happened where I busted my head, and I was out for a while, and I kind of got a bit fat because I wasn't training. And then
I hear you, brother.
And then I remember I went back to a training session and there was this guy doing a camp called Sean Maxer, and he was just after coming back from Japan, and we were like doing a training session. I was out for about 6 months, and I did a roll and I fucking couldn't stand after it. And then I drove home, and then I went to the doctor, and like my bicep was partially torn.
No way.
And I was like, all right. I remember lying on the floor of that gym, Fight Factory in Bray.
Yeah, that's Devitt's, isn't it?
It's Devitt's, yeah. So Fight Factory in Bray, I remember lying on the floor just looking up going, all right, if you leave now, that's it. That's your dream done now. You can, but you're making that conscious decision now, if you leave, that you're not going to do it. But I wasn't even fully wholly committed because I was still drinking back then as well. Like, so, you know, I'd be afraid of night, but training would be on Saturday, and sometimes it'd be like, oh, I'll go drinking instead of going training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I wasn't like you really have to give it your all. Like there is a hobby element for some people to it, and then there's some people that actually want to go on and be wrestlers.
But it's not. But it's like if you join a football soccer club. Use Castle Warren's example because you're there. You're not just going to go train, right?
Yeah.
You want to play.
Yeah, 100%.
So I presume it's the same, only it's a longer process.
Yeah, but there is certain lads that, you know, might want to, they enjoy the training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There is some lads that'll come up and just like, or they'll fill out numbers or whatever. So there is that element to it as well. But like, if you want to be serious, because there is an individual element to it as opposed to in soccer, if you want to be serious, you have to give it. If you want to be serious about playing the game, you have to be training well.
Correct.
Unless you're fucking really good.
Yeah.
And I wasn't.
What's it like taking, as they call the bump? Like, is like, I know people ask it's a soft ring, and like, what is it really fucking like?
So like the ring in itself, right? The mechanics of it is there's like big steel beams, right?
Yeah.
And depending on the ring, the posts are like ratcheted together.
Yeah.
They're big steel beams. Some of them could be on a spring. So like that's why it has the little bounce.
Yeah.
Big steel beams, about that much of foam padding, and then a canvas over it. And then, so you can imagine...
On ply.
On plywoods, yeah. I forgot about the plywood. So steel beams, ply.
You go straight through without them.
Yeah, the ply makes the
noise.
Yeah, the ply hitting the steel or whatever. So yeah, it fucking sucks. Like,
it's really sore.
It sucks. But like I remember the first time I did play a rugby match, and that fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And like I couldn't move for days after.
Yeah.
But like you become callous to it after a while because you're doing X amount of bumps, or you know, in training you're bumping. I'm in a school now that kind of tries to limit those bumps. So like the head trainer is Joe Capray, who was in NXT. He'd be good friends with like Finn Balor and Becky Lynch and all that kind of stuff. So he's like the head trainer, and his kind of philosophy is you only have so many bumps. You have a card, like basically every time you take one, there's something chipped away, and then eventually you're not going to be able to take any.
Fuck.
That would be his opinion. So like
a wrestling hourglass.
Kinda, yeah, pretty much, yeah. We're all going against time, yeah.
What drives you? It's clearly, obviously, extremely sore, right, and painful.
Yeah.
What drives you through setbacks, injuries? Like, what makes you keep going?
I remember earlier I was kind of saying how I didn't really fit into like the sporting world, and I didn't really fit into like the artistic world. The wrestling is a mesh of both of those things.
This is your axis.
This is everything, like, you know what I mean? And wrestling can be anything. So it's the extreme physicality of it with the theatrics of it.
Yeah.
And then you have the video element of it, which is incredibly important.
Three things
now.
that tick your boxes, yeah.
Fucking just all together, like, boom. And like, it makes me think on like anything, because you're in the ring, like, you're seeing two big lads or whatever, but like the amount of work. If you see Metallica up on stage, right? You're going, I'd love to be like Metallica, right? But Metallica started out in dingy bars and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, but even before that, they had to learn how to play their instruments. So like, there's so many steps involved to get into that stage. So even to just have a match in training, there's so many steps that's involved, because it's footwork, it's selling, it's reacting to an audience, it's core stability, because it's not just the training in the ring, it's the training that you have to do outside of the ring. You're picking up people and you're slamming them. You pick them up and you let them go, they're dropping on their head and they could be paralyzed. Yeah, it's so, like, there's so much stuff that goes, like, so your brain is just fucking firing on all cylinders. Because like, I'm sure there's things in your life that you just do on, like, autopilot.
Podcast.
Yeah. You just do it on autopilot, and you're not thinking, it's just like, right, that's done now, that's another one in the bank. But, like, you can't afford it to do that in wrestling.
You're starting to make sense to me. Right? Like, this is your muse.
It's everything to me, yeah. Everything. Like,
Where can you go?
Me personally, so when I was like proper drinking, I remember I was telling you about the envy kind of thing. You'd be looking at people and you'd be like, oh, why ain't they there? Why aren't they there? And you're always looking ahead. I'm just trying to enjoy the now. Like I'm trying, and I know that sounds really cliche and stuff, but like there's a really cool quote in The Office. You're saying, I wish someone would tell you when you're in the good times before you're out of them. So like this is, for me now, this is the good times.
You know who said it in The Office?
I know the character Ed Harris. Is Ed? Not Ed Harris. Ed Helms.
You're correct. Yeah.
Ed Harris is something completely different. Yeah. But I'm in the good times now. Like I am so fortunate that like I went back training. I did a beginner's course in 2004, and I just caught the bug for it. And then I got injured my groin. I was out for like 6 weeks, and then the test was, right, I'm going to go back. I said, fuck it, right, I'm going to go back. And then last March, I like herniated a disc in my back.
Oh, God.
I was out for another 6 weeks. I still get this sciatica and stuff. But like, am I going to go back? Fucking I'm going to go back, because you go out with a crowd and your music hits. You have a mask on, your music hits, and you're just like...
What's your music?
It's a Sin by the Pet Shop Boys.
Wow.
It's a badass song. Like.
You know what I think when I hear that? I think of the film Bronson.
That's exactly what I'm going for.
Is it?
Tom Hardy is like my favourite actor. So there's a bit of like in the character of Frankie Vendetta, there's a bit of like Venom and Eddie, you know, from the Venom movies, and Bronson as well, because he wants to be a showman. So and Frankie Vendetta
was fantastic in The Warrior and that.
Oh, he's
well. That
was big traps on him and everything. Like he's phenomenal actor.
No, not just coming out of the army.
He was in this Sky One Round. First time I seen him was The Take.
Natalie Calls. To take, unbelievable.
Fucking hell,
that's going back a long time now.
I know, but that's the first time I lie. It was the second time I seen him, because the first time I didn't realise he was in Rock and Roller, the Guy Ritchie film.
Right,
he plays Handsome Bob.
Yeah.
So I seen Rock and Roller, but then I seen The Take. I was like, who is this guy? They're like, oh, he's in Rock and Roller. I went, and he looks completely different. Then he's in Inception. He's playing Bane. He's in Lawless. He's in that great movie. I can't remember the name, where he's just sitting in the car and he's a Welsh lad.
I know something.
He's pouring concrete or whatever.
Yeah, like, and he's your man in he's the Shylock in Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. Fuck it out for yourself.
What a character that is! By
he's just he's phenomenal. It's all in his eyes.
But I think Bane is the greatest character. His voice,
like his whole mouth is covered, and it's just his eyes. That's how he's acting. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like, there's little kind of things that I try and take from him into the Frankie character, because the Frankie character is essentially an alter ego. So in the wrestling world, I am Shane and I am Frankie, but Frankie he's pissed off at Shane because Shane ruined what he could have been, and this is now Frankie.
How do you sell that to the people, man? How do you sell that?
So like, we do an in-universe podcast for OTT. That's like
characters.
Yeah, like it's real, like, you know what I mean?
Universe, wow.
It's very
Marvel.
Very meta, isn't it?
Yeah,
so we have an in-universe, but where I'm Shane, and then occasionally like you'll see little glimpses of Frankie or whatever, and like wrestlers will come up and be like, oh, Frankie, and I'll like, fans will come up and be like, oh, Frankie, and I'm like, who?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These were like, oh, look, you have half your head fucking bleached blonde. You're Frankie. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. You know what I mean? So I'm just playing this kind of weird alter ego thing, and I love it. Like, it's class. It's great fun.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's brilliant, yeah. When someone says to you, you know we're going to get this question, right? Because every wrestler gets this question. When someone says your shirt's fake, what's your response?
I say your missus's orgasms are fake as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't stop you from enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
No, but like, so is Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So is Star Wars. If you're looking at it from that point of view, like, fair enough. Like, if you look at it from the point of view of this is close-up magic happening in real time in front of your face, and if they can convince you that fucking hurt, because I guarantee it did, but like, if they can convince you even for a split second and get invested in that story, well, then that's the magic, isn't it? It's a story. Like, you're telling you throughout the show, throughout multiple shows, throughout the match in itself. Like, they're taking you up, they're taking you down, and
but the story creates the following, though, doesn't it? Like, the storylines create the following.
Like, it's not even the rest. It's the characters. Like, it's not even necessarily the rest. Like, you could go and see someone like do class moves and class flips and all that kind of stuff, and you know, the first time you see it, it's going to be class. Second time you see it is just, all right, cool, and then third time,
Amazing Red.
Yeah, Amazing Red, fucking amazing. Right, and he's inspired a whole generation of wrestlers.
Yeah,
but like,
just not personality.
Yeah, if the story doesn't mesh into it, like, you know, how many times have you gone to the circus? you don't go to the circus every week.
Yeah.
Because you see the same shit all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But if you went to like a show, a different, like that's what wrestling is. It's every week it's happening 3 or 4 times a week. So there's whole stories because they're all doing the same stuff. Like there's set moves that people do, set sequences that people do that when you start learning it, you go, oh, it's WrestleMania 25. It's Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. They're starting with the international. That's like a basic training sequence. It's an international. It's a headlock. You throw them off, shoulder tackle, do a sleep and a leap and a hip toss. Like that's the first thing you're taught when you're doing sequences in wrestling.
Yeah.
And Shawn Michaels and Undertaker did it in arguably one of the greatest matches of all time. But the reason why that was cool is because The Undertaker has a streak at WrestleMania and Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania. So they're them two stories coming together. And like in that match
something has to give.
Yeah. And like sometimes like you're going into that match, Shawn Michaels, no way he's beating The Undertaker streak. But like in that match, you're like, he's beating the fucking streak. You're like, no fucking way. This is so like if you're just allowing yourself to just suspend your disbelief, like you would with any play, like you would with any show, like Bronson or whatever. Like Tom Hardy is playing Bronson, he's not Charlie Bronson. A lot of that stuff is probably made up for the camera. But if you're allowing yourself to immerse into that world, then you're off to the races.
Sure, it's like did you ever hear Chopper Reed, Australian?
Yeah.
Eric Bana plays Chopper Reed.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the videos of him spending time with him?
Yeah. Nuts.
Like, it's nuts. Like the actor spending time with
the real person.
Yeah. And then you look at the film and he's absolutely spot on.
Class.
Because he just immersed himself. Even though he's reality, he immersed himself out of his own reality to be
that person, yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
And then you watch that, you're going, that's Chopper Reed.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you're willing to go, right, brain, over here for a second. This isn't like, there's not, like sometimes it can be really off-putting to know, like, just be conscious. Because you're, like, I've been on the other side of it, of the camera, watching is happening. So, like, say with the hurler, like, I know when the camera's pointing at this point, I know there's like 15 people behind the camera and we're all just going, when's fucking lunch? Or, you know what I mean? So, like, when you start thinking like that and you were watching Chopper, they're going to have a production crew of about 100 people.
Yeah.
And then there was some dickhead that was sitting in the edit going, oh, I didn't like that take. All right, I'll put that. And then so much going on. Like, you can think about all that and you can think about the fakeness of it all. Or you can just enjoy the story of it. Yeah. And just allow yourself to kind of go into this make-believe world for a while.
Talk to me about the character building, Shan.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just think of something like Frankie Vendetta in half an hour.
No, but like I've been like, It's a Sin. Like, that's been in my head.
Like, Bronson's out, what, 15 years?
That's been in my head. And like, you look at the lyrics, when I look back upon my life, it's always with a sense of shame. I've always been the one to blame. Like, that's the fucking character. Like, it's Frankie pissed off at Shane that, like, he's ruined what Frankie could have been, you know what I mean? So, like, and all little tidbits that get put into it over the years, like the hair's after getting really long now because Frankie wants to have long hair like all the wrestlers have long hair, you know what I mean? So, like, all those little kind of things, like I shave my arms and my legs and I put on tan because that's what wrestlers do. You know what I mean? I could just go out as a hairy bollocks, but I'm like, no, Frankie wants to be a wrestler, so that's what wrestlers do.
And you do that subtly.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like, what do they call it in games? An Easter egg.
Yeah,
you know, them little things.
Oh, man, like, you look at my Instagram, there's so many little things littered throughout stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, I love that kind of stuff. I grew up on the MCU, like, you know what I mean? So, like, any little thing, oh, Captain America's coming, you know what I mean? Yeah. I love that stuff. So I litter them through everything. Like, you know, you'd be looking when we're doing the in-universe podcast and there might be a mask there and then the mask is gone and you're like, only like very few people would figure it out. But for the people that do figure it out, they're like, all right, cool, that's clever.
Talk to me. That's brilliant. I love all that. I'm a wrestling fan.
Because it makes you feel like the time that you've invested is being paid off on.
It's like getting €2 on a scratch card.
Boom, there you go.
Being allowed to stay up and watch it when you're a young lad, I remember looking at years ago and you see Shawn Michaels put Marty Jannetty through the mirror.
Boom.
In the barbershop. I'm going, the bastard.
And then Bobby the Brain Heenan is like, look at that coward trying to jump out the window. But like, I used to ring up like Sky Box Office and pretend to be my father and like order all the pay-per-views. And he'd go fucking ballistic. And he'd ring up Sky and goes, if anyone tries to ring about wrestling, don't get. And every time I was able to circumnavigate it. Then he started doing something clever. He started taking the fuses out of the plugs.
All right.
So I couldn't watch the TV, and I'd be like, "Oh, fucking TV's broke! What the fuck? What the?" And I didn't know what was happening. He do with PlayStation, everything.
Yeah.
Like I thought the electricity was just gone. No, he just took the fuse. Go, all right, you're being good
You
now.
still love him, do you?
Yeah. I'm bigger than her now. So, so like I start being good and go, all right, I'll go fix your PlayStation. Then, oh, thanks, Dad, you're great.
Yeah.
You put the fucking fuse back in the plug.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Big job,
could
Shane.
you
Give me a
not
few.
work
Yeah. Talk to me about promos and how you put them together and how you articulate them. And
Yeah, so like verbiage is a
massive,
big,
right?
Yeah, it's massive. Like you could do a lot of wasted verbiage, and you can. So like the point is that, especially now, a lot of promos go up online, that you have to be very clear and to the point. Like people's attention span are gone. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to have a hook. So but like personally, I'm just having fun, like just conceptualizing stuff. Like I have this thing where Frankie, he does a thing called Frankie Oki, where he just sings 80 songs.
The names are unbelievable.
It's madness, like. So I just do. I know I have a band now and everything. So like Frankie being a showman, he wants to like prove that he's the showiest of them all. So like he sings songs and like comes out like the whole aesthetic is 80s. Like I play like every song that I have is an 80s song. So I sang like Yes Sir I Can Boogie. I sang what was the one that I sang recently? Video Killed the Radio Star.
oh, I seen that.
Yeah, like and I'm just dressed.
Deadly,
It's just dressed as Frankie, fucking singing in my basement with my mates. Like, it's great. But that's what I was doing before the wrestling. But now I have something to channel it into. You know, Like we just be down there like just filming stupid shit for hours.
Do you film to please, or do you film to promote?
No, so initially that's what I was doing with all the viral stuff. You know, I did a video of two chickens walking around the shop. And they were arguing with each other. You fucking bollocks and all that. But that took me 40 seconds at my brother's communion with my auntie who was drunk. And I was drunk. And we just did it. And then it went bananas. 2 million views, all this fucking shit. And I was like, oh, cool. But I was like, I didn't actually really get anything from the process of that.
You weren't thinking like 2 million views, man. It's like, sure it is what it is.
No, it's not even. Oh, it was buzzing. Don't get me wrong. And I do a lot of fucking like Ireland in the Euros. And I do a lot of videos on that and stuff. But I got more enjoyment out of the shitty things that I was filming with my mates that no one was seeing. Because it was the whole process of like, all right, we're going to drive to the Bridge of Ross in Clare and we're going to shoot a music video on top of a mountain. We're going to bring the drum kit up the top of the mountain and fuck. I nearly fell off into the fucking sea and everything, like. But I had more crack on that trip than I did getting out of the 2 million views or whatever, you know?
What's your why, Shane?
Just have the fucking crack, like.
No regrets in life.
Nah, like.
Monetary gain is bottom of your list.
No, I'm not driven by money. I like, and I'll say this to a lot of people. Like, I'm driven by like fairness. I take pride in the fact that like I'm quite fair with people, and I expect that back. And if you're not, and that could come in a monetary sense. If I'm like, well, you're not being fair, and you're kind of like taking the piss out of me, I'll that's when I'll walk away. But it won't be over the money. It'll be over the fact that that's how you perceive.
Don't treat someone like that.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know what I mean? And that's like, the driving and the why is just I want to do fun stuff, and I've got to do a lot of fun stuff. And
sounds like it.
Yeah. It's good crack, like.
I get the vibe that you don't only want to do it, you want to fucking celebrate it.
Yeah.
You want to celebrate your passion and your pathway, right?
Yeah, but like also that could be a bit of an Achilles heel, because if you turn all your hobbies into some form of job, then what's your fucking hobbies? You know, like I like playing Football Manager. I started up a Football Manager podcast, and
we still have that.
No, I got rid of that because I was like, I didn't even want to play Football Manager anymore. I was like, that's what I used to like doing.
I love Football Manager,
it's
man.
fucking class.
Yeah,
I won the championship with Wolves after they got relegated. I was buzzing.
Yeah.
And my mate who I was playing with, he was Leicester. He came second. Fuck you. Like, deadly. But then after a while, it was just like, it became a bit of a fucking monotonous job.
Yeah.
And you're just like, same with the filming. It was like, all right, it's cool. We made a movie, got into the cinemas. That's class. But I was like, fucking year of my life that I was like, I have to go edit that now. I have to go to work, to go down to a basement, to fucking sit there and watch the same thing over and over again and try and construct a linear format. You know what I mean? And so it was just like, it becomes annoying and it becomes grating.
Why won't you have? Do you foresee having the same issues with the wrestling then?
Well, like my dad does.
Okay.
My dad does.
But you have form, right?
My dad was absolutely like snapping when I stopped doing the Kilkenny soccer podcast. He was
very good, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. But like he was like, he loved that stuff. He's a
brilliant.
shit stir, like, you know what I mean? And I was getting animated and I was giving out and stuff.
You were, to be fair.
I was having a fucking conniption every time I was on it. On it, like, and we lost the league by a point. But like he was. I was telling him about the wrestling, and he was like, "Yeah, but that's just the thing you're doing now. That once you get bored of it, you'll stop doing it and you'll find." And I was like, "And how bad if that is the case? I'm having new experiences, but also." I've been watching this shit and doing this shit for the past 2 years, or since I was 2. You know what I mean? I was wrestling with the teddy bear my mum won at the circus. It never beat me. I was undefeated.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. I was wrestling with my brothers and sisters. I had a backyard wrestling federation with my mates. My ma came home one day and I had all the mattresses out on the decking.
No way.
And I was busting plasterboard off the top of my mate's head. Like, I've been doing this shit for years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I'm just doing it where there's a bit of like structure around it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been just doing weird stuff for years. And like, I didn't realize it. Like, Shannon said to me, she goes, you are a weird person. And I'm like, I didn't realize that until people only recently were like, yeah, you're quite a weird fella, because it's normal to me.
Yeah, but do you have to be, though, to be in the profession you're in? Like, not the profession, but like to be on that wrestling journey, it can't be normal. Like, they're all larger than life characters.
Yeah, well, there is, like, but, like, it becomes normal to you, so you don't realise how abstract it is that you're standing there in the nip as your missus is putting her fake tan on you. You know what I mean? And you're just standing there like that, listening to fucking Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah.
Imagining being in the ring, putting on your little singlet, little glittery singlet.
How Sally Hansen looked today.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then you're stinking and of
Smell like curry, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's horrendous, but you don't realise that is weird until you tell people, or until you're walking around town like with shaven legs, like a fucking alien, like you're on the ship for Independence Day, busting up the White House. That's the way people look at you when you're running around the streets of Kilkenny with shaven legs, tan, fucking half your head bleached, the other head shaved, hair just dripping down, a little fucking V for Vendetta schmig, like shaving your eyebrow.
But you don't care.
No, like, I didn't care until, like, but sometimes you get snapped back and go, fuck yeah, that would be strange. Like.
Not by people's words or comments, probably by your own mind.
So I sometimes see a picture of myself, what the fuck?
Oh, yes,
What is happening? Like, you know what I mean? But you're in the ring and you're under those lights. You know what I mean? Your traps look bigger when you're tanned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not as hairy. Like, it's
glowing.
Yeah, mate, you're fucking, it's like you're pregnant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's the 20 stone thing struck me. Right? The 20 stone thing struck me, right?
Yeah.
20 stone. What height are you?
I'm 6'1".
6'1", 20 stone. Okay.
No one think I'm 6'1". I have short legs. I used to get called short there. So
I wouldn't have said you were 6'1", boy.
See? Boom. And my missus is going to love that now.
Sorry.
I was in the doctors. He confirmed it.
Yeah. How did you overcome that?
I've always had problems with my weight. I've always fluctuated. Even when I was a kid, I was always like a chubby kid. Then when I was bouncing, I was doing a lot of powerlifting and stuff. Like, I was trying to lift heavy or whatever I was doing. But like, every time I was putting on weight, I was like, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So I became like a fucking bulldog.
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture after. It was fucking madness. And then within a space of, like, I'd say about a year and a half, I went down to 13.5 stone. And then,
What?
Yeah. And then
6.5 stone in 18 months?
Yeah. Well,
Fuck
you know, and then I went up to 18 stone a few years later. So I'm down to 15.
What did you do to lose that amount of weight in 18 months?
I don't know. Like, I remember when I was 18 stone, I started training my legs a lot more religiously, because in my head I was like, sure, if I tone up my legs, when I'm walking, I have no fat to burn on my legs.
You're just going to have to burn
So
off
it's
somewhere
going to
else.
burn somewhere else. But what really happened is,
I wonder is that logic that works?
I doubt it, because the one that I was with, me and her broke up. So, like, I wasn't getting fed down in college anymore. You know what I mean? She used to put on good dinners. So, I wasn't eating down in college. I was just drinking the whole time.
Yeah.
So, like, that just went down. But yeah, I've like, I've had a 6-pack. I've not had a 6-pack. I've fucking, well, a 4-pack.
You're good now, though, right?
I'm all right. I still have the pudge, but that's because I'm going to go home and have my pizza Wednesday night with my missus. Like,
That's what I mean. You're where are you nutrition wise then? Like, is that?
I've only gone. I was a vegetarian for 9 years, like, so I've only gone back. Yeah, I only went back eating meat last year, and that's when I started noticing like really good gains because I'm getting proper protein.
John Wells gives you a little dig about it, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, he still thinks it. I tell him because he was a butcher, like.
Oh yeah.
So like he still says it to me. You're a vegan, sure. I was like, no, John. I'm literally like eating steak off the bone now. You know what I mean? I love it.
Yeah.
I think I am the dumbest fuck for doing it. But I did it for like, in my head, it was like moral reasons because I heard about the dog meat festival over in China, and I was like, that's rotten.
And like the wet markets and all that.
Yeah, like there's a festival where they eat dog. And then they were talking to a Hindu person, well, we view cows as sacred.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? That. Like, why are you making that distinction? And then Muslims don't eat pork.
Correct.
So they were like, we think that's disgusting. And then I remember sitting down, I was eating a chop, and I was looking at my dog, and I was like, oh, fuck this. And then I just stopped.
Conscience grew and was like,
yeah, just stopped. Like, and I was when I was 20 stone, I was a vegetarian before. So I was a vegetarian for 3.5 years in my teens. Went back to eating meat. Vegetarian for 9 years, and I went back to eating meat.
what were you at your heaviest, John, when you were vegetarian?
20 stone, yeah.
So you're more of a carbitarian, like. You
Yeah.
still eat
Oh
bread
yeah,
and-
I had no idea nutrition. I remember one time I was in Canada, and there was an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet, and I was like, I'm not eating any of that. I was just eating bread rolls.
yeah.
And they were
And
like,
fortune cookies.
I had 4 bread rolls, like covered in butter, because in my head, like bread rolls were like,
Yeah.
I'm not eating deep fried shit, and they're like, no, that's full of carbs. I was like 14. I was like, oh, right,
Yeah.
carbs? What the fuck is that?
Carbitarian.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Fair. Jeez, that's fucking. That's a battle in itself, right? Like that's a
The
battle.
nutrition?
Yeah, I mean, getting down from 20 stone and getting right, and getting back in training, like that's a massive battle in your mind.
Oh yeah, can't like with food and stuff.
Yeah,
Food's a fucking nightmare. Like you're constantly like I go into a shop. I said I have to put my headphones on in a shop because otherwise I'll just get like
Skittles.
I'll pick up something and go, all right, no I can't.
Yeah.
I know I really want. No, I can't fucking.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
doing this in the shop, so I just put my headphones on and just
Listen to something so it's a distraction.
listen to something. And then I'm going around all tanned and shaving, fucking dancing around the fucking supermarket looking like an alien. You know what I mean?
There's not so many people who goes from up to 20, down to 13,
Yeah, it's nuts,
up
isn't
to
it?
18, and then back down again.
Yeah.
Like normally they go up, back down, and back up, and they stay there. Like, fuck this, I'm not going to try again.
Yeah, but like the problem is like it's fucking hard to like lose weight, and then it's harder to keep it off.
Very easy to put it on.
That's the no one fucking says. Like if you could just lose weight and then like that's the way you'd look and
Maintain.
grand. You know what I mean? It's hard on man.
I just, me personally, I'm a fat mess. I just love food.
Yeah, like it's fucking food is class.
Like I don't really drink. I don't do drugs. I like a cigarette and I like food.
Like the
me.
thing about drinking is I thought I'd lose a load of weight drinking. But then I was like, sure, I'm just drinking gin and whiskey most of the time anyway. So
Yeah,
there's no
sure.
fucking, there's
No
nothing in
calories.
that.
That's a
I was like,
jockey's drink.
bastard. I actually put on weight after I gave up drinking
You would,
because I
yeah.
was eating sugar.
Yeah.
Like my missus, she have a big fucking jar. It says Shane's jelly jar on it, about this big, and she used to fill it up. And I'd really like Shane's jelly jar, and I pick away at it. And before I know it, in 2 days the whole fucking jar's gone. You eat my jellies? She's like, no, you fat bastard. You know what I mean? But yeah, I said no more jellies in the jelly jar, so it's just there now as a constant reminder of the emptiness inside.
It's just there gathering dust.
Yeah. Just looking at me.
Why is that jar crying over there? What's going on? What's the biggest misconception people have around wrestling, do you think?
Oh, it's the fakeness. I don't think there's an appreciation for like, as I would say, the art form, which is fine. Like, you know what I mean? There's swings and roundabouts, but I think it's people just going, oh, sure, they're not really fighting. Yeah, well done, dumb fuck. Like, you know what I mean? It's a show. Like, your man is come out dressed like Elton John. You know what I mean?
He's wearing a mask.
He's wearing a mask. Like, you know what I mean? It's definitely not real.
Yellow glasses with
Do
butterflies.
you have the
in.
mask?
Oh yeah, the mask's out there. Actually,
Shannon, run the mask there.
But like the whole Kane fucking thing.
Yeah. You remember he was...
He had a voice box. He had a voice box. First he couldn't talk, then he had a voice box, and then we're like, well, we can't make this character be anything, so we're going to let him talk. But he was burned by his brother burnt in a fire by his brother
Yeah.
that killed his parents, and then came back and then fought his brother from the dead, and he was meant to be all scarred, and then he took off the mask, he wasn't scarred, and then he electrocuted the man's testicles, and
Yeah, that's right.
that's not real. What are you on about?
Thanks, Shannon.
Yeah.
It's even like the buried alive matches. Guys, it's
He's not-
illegal to bury someone alive.
He's
Yeah.
not really
That's not
buried
real.
alive.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the mask. So like even that, like I'm a big Batman fan. Like I have
Yeah.
Batman tattooed on me there, and fucking. So like
That's
that's
Bane, isn't it?
yeah. There's Bane. Yeah, there's Bane. I have Bane, Joker, Batman, Captain America. I know there's Marvel and DC, Red Skull, fucking Thor and Loki. But so this is like the same mask that in Matt Reeves' Batman that the Riddler wears. But
Yeah.
it's a different color. It's an extreme cold weather mask. So like the thought process behind that is like I put it on and it blocks me from the harsh, cold reality of the world. That's why I'm wearing this extreme.
Nuts. The backstory is nuts, Shane.
Yeah, but nobody like.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're not selling it to people.
Yeah, yeah.
But in your mind, this is why I'm doing this.
That's why I'm wearing it. Yeah. And then I have a bat, and the bat's name is Alfred because it was Batman's sidekick. Somewhat sidekick
Yeah,
was
Butler,
Butler.
yeah.
Yeah. So and it's a bat, and it's called Alfred. So I'm like, oh, class. That's my little connections to different things, and I have little connections to Bronson and Venom and that kind of thing. And yeah, it's a fun make believe world to be a part of. Like
It's brilliant. It's deadly.
it's class. Like.
Did-
That was you and Jay,
where-
man.
Is it who's it OTT you're with then, is it?
Yeah, so I train in the School of Irish Wrestling, which is just in Clondalkin, and
Okay.
has the likes of Paddy Morrow, the Suicide Machine. Paddy Morrow, he is the goat. Like he is amazing.
Right.
We have Joe Cabret, who's our head trainer, was in the WWE developmental system, got to train with like Dusty Rhodes and stuff. It just
The road.
like he's the owner. Dusty
American-
Rhodes, baby, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. But
Used to do a little box, remember?
yeah. You
Comic
go like
elbow.
that, bam, bam, and then boom.
Yeah.
So Joe's there. You have Terry Thatcher, Joey Farrell, who's been training or like wrestling for the last 19 years. Like we're so lucky that like even if you look at WWE, the amount of Irish talent that's there in comparison
Yeah.
to like any other country, and consider how small we are, it's unheard of. It's nuts. So we have a really good thriving scene, and I'm fortunate enough to be part of a school that's like the feeder ground into OTT wrestling, which is arguably the biggest promotion in Ireland. And they just brought Finn Balor and JD McDonough over, Lyra Valkyria. They were just over there. I got to meet the two of them. We had a seminar with Sheamus. It's just, this is like, to me, the rest. I have a room at home, like with all my wrestling figures in it. Like it's called the Gorilla Room, because of Gorilla Monsoon.
Gorilla
Yeah, the
Monsoon,
Gorilla
yeah.
position. Yeah. So like it's just, that's where we do some of the streaming and stuff. Like I have a room dedicated to wrestling. I'm buying a wrestling ring. I told my missus I'm buying a ring. She thought we were getting I was like, no, we're buying a wrestling ring with me mate. Like, and now I'm getting to like meet people that are on the show that I adore. It's doing the thing that I love. Like I remember getting to see Sheamus in the Ormond Hotel in Kilkenny, and like that's the thing. When you're going to OTT or you're going to other companies like Fight Factory and stuff, you'll be seeing the next people that are
Going across the water.
going across the water. Like there's the talent that is in Ireland is, is second to none. Like,
Yeah.
because they're being trained by people who have been there. So like all the things that they're looking for, like there's direct contact between WWE and like the school over here. So like you're being trained what they want.
Yeah.
So like we're coming to Carlow October 4th. You know what I mean? You could be seeing the next big thing.
Yeah. Tell me,
Jesus
where do you
Christ.
see it in 5 years' time?
Irish wrestling or Frankie?
Irish wrestling's first.
Like I think we had it really good because there was a boom in the independent scene all around the world. It was like in around 2016,
The indies,
2017, yeah. And it was like an over 18s product for lapsed fans that they can go. We used to get 3 cans for a tenner down the Tivoli Theatre. It'd be absolute shitfest watching these.
3 cans for a dinner.
Yeah, nuts like.
Nuts, yeah.
But those days are gone. The Tivoli is gone. Like the venue, like even like from a comedy point of view or from like a gig point of view, like there is a bit of a theatre point of view, because I was active in all of them. Like there is a bit of a venue crisis going on in that it's hard to fucking get. It's either a really large place like a big theatre
Or a really small
or a
place.
really small place that's about 50, 60 people. There's no middle ground for that. I know like Paul Cummins, who I mentioned earlier, like he's been massive advocate of like multi-purpose sports facility in Kilkenny. Like, I think that'd really work. But just from my own perspective of trying to get a show in Kilkenny, it's impossible. Like, we can't find a place. Like, the GAA halls now, the Crow Park won't let anything go on in there that's outside of the realms of GAA. So you're like, but like, they think it's boxing or they think it's MMA. They think it's real. It's like, no, it's theatre. Like the ceiling heights, like how we're going to get the fucking ring into the place.
Couldn't do the set, no.
No, the set because of the
shape of it.
Yeah, the shape of it. You get a ring in there. Yeah, it'd be a really hard loading because you'd have to walk across it with big 16-foot bars. Yeah,
middle of a wedding. Yeah.
But like, you wouldn't have the capacity. I've tried for Langton's ballroom.
Yeah.
They were like receptive. Then they wouldn't get back, but they have tiles on the floor.
Yeah,
you're like, all right. So like, I'm going to keep trying. But Irish wrestling, where it could be in 5 years, like with the talent that's coming through, with the people that are like,
it's definitely far more visible though, Shane. Right? Like, I mean, you could have a little YouTube show out there, like your wrestling show, and like you don't need the backing now of say mainstream media, as in like a slot on RT once every month or whatever. Like, you can actually probably create your own media outlets, and
OTT have OTT on demand.
Yeah,
Fight Factory put their stuff on YouTube.
Brilliant.
Like, we have our own wrestling YouTube channel, so we just put our podcast stuff. So like, there is a scene there. It's just, you know, is the over 18s thing done and dusted now? Is it like a family friendly event that people want, which might turn off older friends because they're like, I don't want to see family friendly stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's hard to know. Like, I genuinely, because it could turn on the dime. WWE could do something, like, because they are at the top. I know AEW is there, but WWE could do something that could, like, they could buy a company. They just bought a company in Mexico called AAA.
AAA, yeah, I've seen the Worlds Collide there.
Yeah,
wasn't Worlds Collide.
Triple Mania.
Sorry.
So like, that could just like, that changed the whole Mexican wrestling landscape.
Yeah.
Just like on a dime. They could do something in the UK. They could open up NXT Europe. And then you don't know what's happening then. And then they start, if NXT Europe starts up and they start coming to Ireland, what's going to happen to OTT? Or what's going to happen to, you know, you know what I mean? So it's the landscape has changed so much in the past while with the inception of AEW. So when AEW started up and World of Sport was trying to start up again in the UK, WWE set up NXT UK. So that took all the top talent, like they did in the territory days, took all the top talent from all the top independent promotions. So the independent promotions there left scratching their hole going, all right, how are we going to sell out our next show now? All right, we need to create a new next crop of talent. But there is a transition period there. Always going to be a transition period. And then AEW started. So all the top independent stars are getting contracts like straight away. Might be with WWE, but now they have a second big promotion.
Yeah.
And then they have TNA as well. So they're all getting big contracts. So that's leaving the independents kind of going, what's going to happen? So like,
It'll probably be shook off after a while, as you just said it, when it doesn't become cool anymore.
Yeah, like
and then it'll have a resurgence.
Yeah, like
again,
the landscape, everything is cyclical. Like soccer, like the best soccer teams or best hurling teams.
Correct.
I'm from Kilkenny and I'm a Manchester United fan. I fucking know things are cyclical.
Yeah,
I know things can, like, the good times aren't always there. You know what I mean?
Happy on Sunday though. I have to say, I mean, United fan myself, I was happy looking at it.
Yeah, but like, isn't that such
I
a
was
time?
happy too.
Such a sign of the times.
Yeah, you're right. It is saying things, and you're right. Everything is cyclical. It swings and roundabouts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Where we are now, we have quick fire questions for you, right?
All right, go.
Won't go, yeah. Papa's going to go through them. We have to shout out the sponsor. It's brought to us by Sneaky Sessions, the Carol legends making noise all over Europe. Check them out on Instagram at Sneaky Sessions. Papa, tell you the truth, we're punching here with all these big companies backing us, aren't they?
Massive, yeah.
What's that called? Manifestation. Coca-Cola, Nike, Adidas. Papa, hit him with it.
Right, here we go, Shane.
Let's go.
First wrestling match you ever watched?
First wrestling match I ever watched. I can tell you the first one I remember.
Yeah.
Ric Flair, Macho Man, WrestleMania 8.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the first one I remember. The WrestleMania 8 is the first WrestleMania I remember watching. Like, because I was so young.
Jeez, you must have been very young, right?
Yeah, so WrestleMania 8 would have been
3 was my
92?
first one, I think.
Would have been 92.
Was 3 Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant?
Yeah, that was 1987, yeah. So, like, I remember... It would have been on VHS as well, like, so I just distinctly remember Ric Flair and, like, the blood in Ric Flair's hair.
Did you have...
Yeah, I remember now, yeah.
Nuts, like,
we had a place here called JC's.
VHS
It was a
store.
video library.
Yeah.
And they used to have all the wrestling videos.
I got my first ever one that I owned was Survivor Series 1989 that I know inside out, and that was from a video store in Lochboy. That's
that
a post
wasn't
office
the egg,
now.
was it? 89 wasn't the one with the egg on it, was it?
No, that was 1990. Gobbledygooker.
Yeah.
And that was the Undertaker's debut. You see, he's,
Okay,
like
yeah,
imagine someone watching the Gobbledygooker and going, I think this is fake.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
There's potential this couldn't be real.
yeah. Like literally an egg cracked.
An egg hatched and like.
And then a
that
fucking
over.
guy in a chicken costume, Hector Guerrero, popped out and started dancing and doing a do-si-do with Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yeah.
Mean Gene, yeah.
Mean Gene. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah.
Next one.
Poor old holster.
Favorite finishing move?
Favorite finishing move? I like moves that you can do on anybody. So ones that like even a small guy could hit. But my favorite wrestler is Mick Foley, so I'm going to say the Mandible Claw.
The claw.
Yeah, well, like I like the double arm DDT.
He had fucking the sock as well, didn't he?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have to do anything. He just had to fucking stick his finger in someone's mouth. Class.
But it was
Yeah.
nice he made.
Yeah.
Made his blah, 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 blah.
And I try and do that, and I do a thing in the ring going, yeah. And I just walk around doing that like a fucking idiot, like a Bruiser Brody kind of stuff.
Yeah. What's your finisher?
It's
Frankie's
called
finisher.
Way of the World because it's off my shoulder.
Oh, it's like a fisherman's carry.
So, no, it's like an angle slam. You know an angle slam?
Oh, yeah.
So they come up like that, and then I turn around and I side slam them. So it's something I hadn't
We're
seen.
going to
done before.
record you give it the pop outside.
When are you going to give me a
Let's look
wrestling
at that.
promo? The Barrow Siders, the tag team.
No, there'll be no promo. There'll be no promo coming from with the Barrow Siders. Yeah, that'd be good.
Imagine
yeah.
that.
Imagine that.
Next one for you.
Earthquake and typhoon.
Yeah. Natural disasters.
There
wasn't
you go, boy.
it? Yeah.
Papa knows.
Yeah. Your signature catchphrase.
A signature catchphrase. I'm not here. I have a few things. I'm the Da Vinci of violence.
I love that.
That's the moniker.
I love that.
It's Da Vinci of violence. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. So let's get nuts. So let's get nuts is Michael Keaton saying that to Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, Batman.
Yeah. Is Bruce Wayne says it to Joker, and he's standing there with the poker for the cold poker, and he goes, "Want to get nuts? Let's get nuts." And then I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. Is literally I'm old, so I'm going to try and do as much shit as I can in a short space
Before
of
I
time.
can't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very good.
What is the Da Vinci of violence? Where did you get that off? That's genius, man.
So the Da Vinci of violence came from the. I originally wanted to be the artist, right? Because I wanted to. The ring is a canvas. You know, they call the ring the canvas, it's canvas.
Yeah.
So, like, I wanted to go. My art is violence, and you are my paintbrush, and I'm going to paint
Wipe the canvas with you.
Exactly. That was pretty
The
much
thinking
it.
of that is nuts, isn't it?
But Shinsuke Nakamura started being called the artist.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, how can I keep within the artist frame? Tommy Dreamer's the innovator of violence.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, he's the innovator of violence. I want to be the artist of violence. Da Vinci. All right, I'm the Da Vinci of violence. And it sticks in with the Vendetta, the V, and all that kind of stuff.
Brilliant.
Most painful move to take.
Oh, I took a double choke slam, so I thought I shit myself.
Did you really?
I genuinely thought I shit myself.
But when you landed,
Oh man, I never felt just everything left my body.
because you're jumping up
I'm
with that,
helping
right?
the fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he wraps his two hands around me, lifts me up, and I'm posting off his shoulders. So I'm holding onto his shoulders, and he just slams you down like.
And it's just a drop like F4.
Yeah, but I wasn't even in the center of the ring, so the center of the ring is a bit. Yeah, it's a hard part.
More give in the centre, isn't there?
100%.
Shit
I checked, I had to
Just 1
check.
second there, look.
Yeah.
Like Gary
Do you want a mandible claw now? You fucker?
yeah. Comes a pink guy.
But there's some of the stuff that you do, like you think would, like I did a dive onto a chair there, I did a somersault onto a chair, and I thought that crippled me, but it didn't, and I didn't feel it because that move happened in training, whereas when you're in a match, you're not really feeling it as much because the adrenaline is going.
How do you set up them spots in matches?
So what happened was I just went and got a chair and I stuck your man's head on it after he was being beaten up, and then I climbed up to the top rope, and then I paused for a second, and then I thought I slipped because I had so much baby oil on me that was on the rope. So I just said, fuck it, and I dove.
That's a common occurrence, is it?
Fucking yeah, it's a bastard. Like I know lads that like they tried to grab the rope and they'd slip and they'd hurt their fucking head. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's but
you're telling the guy, like you're talking yourself through the match. You're telling him, right, here's a spot, and I'm going to put your head in this chair.
yeah, well, like you talk over it before, like you would if you're going out to perform a dance or you know what I mean. the great thing about wrestling is it could change on the fly because the fans could be like, whatever you're doing is shit, so you might have to do something else.
Yeah.
And then you figure it out in the ring.
They're not reacting.
So it's like it could be a big improv show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what's so fun about it. That's what I'm saying.
Which one do you enjoy more?
I haven't recently. Like I'm only a few matches deep in. Like now, but I just like the creative process of going, okay, what's everyone else doing, or how am I going to be different? And that is like that. That's what everyone is thinking as well.
Have you ever wrote poetry?
No.
You get that vibe that you're just so artistic that you could write poetry there.
No,
like, that Da Vinci of Violence is genius.
I just don't. I don't have the.
You definitely wrote song lyrics.
Oh yeah. I had, and the blood shall pour. That was one of our songs. Actually, I don't think I wrote that one. I don't know. I used to write song lyrics a bit.
I get that vibe off.
Tried to do a bit of rapping with one of the boys as well.
Spit a few bars.
Yeah, spit a few bars.
Deadly.
Vanilla Ice style.
You'd actually try anything, wouldn't you?
Yeah, give it a go. Like that, and that's one of the things in wrestling. Like, because there's lads that are able to do phenomenal, amazing things, and then they're like, "All right, next up in the training, Shane," and I'm like, "You could go, I can't do that," which I can't, or you could go, "Let's fucking have it,
Give it a
like,
go,
you know,
yeah.
let's just do it," and then you might be able to do it,
Yeah.
or you might surprise yourself and. You were better at it than you thought you'd be, and then it gives you something to work on.
I remember looking at them with my son and looking at the wrestling, and Shane McMahon wouldn't be regarded as a wrestler. He'd be more of an owner.
Mental.
What he used to do, though, off the ladder onto the table where the presenters are,
Like
or the
he's-
commentators
like,
are.
think
How is he not dead?
The amount of money that man has,
And doing that.
and he's out there doing that.
Remember with Blackman and he gave him the kendo stick
Fucking
off.
boom,
And he just dropped
SummerSlam.
off the Titantron. Just dropped off it like with 20 foot.
Nuts.
Crazy shit.
We are still on quickfire questions for us. Listen.
Sorry,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
sorry.
It's not your fault.
No, next one. Go-to meal after a match.
I'd say like the only one that we've done consistently now has been coming back from Belfast. We stop off in the Burger King.
Burger King. Are you Burger King or McDonald's?
I don't really normally have any of them because we don't have
I'll stop then.
we don't have a Burger King in Kilkenny.
You do, Paulstown.
Oh yeah, no, I mean in the
town.
city,
Yeah.
Sushi.
in the city,
Sorry.
yes. But yeah, probably a burger or
You
something.
McDonald's, Burger King.
I'm Burger King over McDonald's.
I'm Supermax over the whole lot of them.
Oh, so am I. Sorry, I love Supermax, yeah.
Just to feel full coming over there.
Go on.
And Uncle
One
Sam's.
word to describe
Uncle Sam's is class.
Frankie Vendetta in the ring.
Nuts.
Yes.
I think so. Weird. That's 2 words, Shane.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
it's
Last
brilliant.
one.
Yeah,
Your biggest in-ring inspiration.
Mick Foley.
Is he?
Yeah,
What
Mick
attracts
Foley.
you?
Which
him.
which one? Like the mankind
Like all
one.
of them, I see. But look, he was Mankind, he was Cactus Jack, he was Dude Love. He was an alter ego all the time, and there was clear distinctions between all 3 characters. The Dude Love guy was pretty much kind of the basis.
Him as a teenager, really.
He was like
wasn't
a
college
sidekick
student.
to the Rock or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, the Rock and Sock
Rock-
connection.
Yeah.
And like my initials are Sock, S-O-K, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like Dude Love was Mick Foley's teenage years of what he thought he wanted to be as a wrestler. Cactus Jack is what he had to be to become a wrestler, because he looked like Charlie Manson. And then Mankind was what Vince McMahon made him into. So you mash all them together, and that's what kind of like Frankie is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like someone put up on something that it was sent to me that the bang of DP off that Cactus Jack wannabe. And I was like, first of all, I don't wear DP. But second of all, thank you, because that's exactly who I'm trying to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not exactly rip him off, but like, I just found for a man who didn't look athletic, like I like the big guys, because I was like Bray Wyatt. I love Bray Wyatt. He was a chubby guy. I love Vader. He was a fucking
Big Van Vader.
big guy. I love those guys, because they're guys that I can see going, right, I could do what they're doing. And they're amazing characters. Like, they have to really work on their characters because they can't do some of the stuff that a lot of the other wrestlers do. But yeah, if
They went through a phase they were bringing out lads who were absolutely monstrous. Like, remember they had The Undertaker come out with his huge, and then
Giant Gonzalez had come out.
Giant Gonzalez, and then they had the
Yokozuna.
Great Khali.
Yeah.
But you'd spot them straight away if they're going to be no good.
Yeah.
Like Jake Gonzalez comes out in that bodysuit. I'm like, this lad this isn't appealing
Yeah.
whatsoever.
He had a
Six
body.
pack on him.
Yeah, no, yeah. Same ones I have.
Yeah.
That's for fogging up. That's the truth.
But yeah, like they just Kevin Owens currently is my like the one.
Yeah, he's out for a while though, right? He's
out.
I love
He
Kevin Owens.
fucked up his neck, but like
you know that English is only his second language. I read a yoke there the other day that he's actually.
And do you know how he learned it?
No.
From watching Raw.
Oh really? From
he
watching
learned
wrestling?
English from watching wrestling.
Go where?
He's a great story.
Where's he from?
He's from Montreal.
Montreal.
He's a great story. He was playing with his figures one time, and he wanted to create the Stone Cold like shatter sound, and he just got a cup. And he slapped it off the wall to try and go, Stone Cold when he but it went through the fucking wall. He's just explaining. He was like, that's how much I loved wrestling, that I was playing with my figures and I wanted to hear the Stone Cold because Stone Cold was coming out. So I just picked it up. And that's what it does to us. Like, we're all fucking nerds.
Kevin
like
Steen.
Kevin
Do
Steen.
you know what is?
It shows your opinion on wrestling not towards me and Podge. You wouldn't really just watch it on the television. Say you're into it obviously more than us.
I know, like
for you to pick Mankind or Cactus Jack, whatever he is, you'd say, oh no, it has to be Stone Cold or Hulk Hogan or someone like that. That we'd obviously pick. Yeah. But you're like, the background of all music or of the wrestling, and you're like, such an interesting view on it.
It'd be like music, like it'd go going, I like Metallica. What's your favourite song? Enter Sandman. Oh well, my favourite song is Leper Messiah. And I'm like, well, I haven't heard Leper Messiah because, that's good because your fandom doesn't go as far as what my fandom does. You know what I mean?
But like, I would have been a big fan as a teenager. Then I would have stopped watching it, and then I remember watching WrestleMania. Rock and Hogan.
WrestleMania 18, yeah.
And I was like, oh man.
That's an amazing match.
Unbelievable.
100,000 it.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Unbelievable. And then I was back in it. Like, I've been a fan ever since. But I was going to make a point. I think Kilkenny is a hotbed for wrestling fans.
Oh yeah. Like there's four of us down in a basement that are talking about wrestling every single week. The Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify and all that stuff. Cheeky plug. But the four of us are buying a wrestling ring.
Like, I work with Rob Brennan, Mick Falsey, Ian Ryan, Keith Malone. The boys they're all married, kids, the whole lot. They are fanatics. Like, I've never met anyone like it.
Yeah. But we're all in the closet. A lot of us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I tell him that's one of the first things I told my missus, like, when I was getting with her. I was like, just so you know, I love wrestling. She's like, oh, you watch it? No, I fucking love wrestling. Like, I have 1,000 wrestling figures at home.
Mick Manley as well.
Mick loves fucking wrestling figures.
Big into wrestling figures,
Mad.
Yeah.
But like, it's becoming a bit more socially acceptable, so we're all coming out the closet.
Yeah, we'll probably get hammered. I'll get hammered anyway. Website announcement, lads and ladies. What a couple of weeks it's been for us here at the Hosey Podcast. Ourselves and the background crew, the producers, the content creators. But now we have our very own website. All the episode sponsors, all the episodes are on as sponsors. Please get in touch and guess what, Papa, our very own newsletter every week is coming to ye. It's live. Check it out. howishypodcast.ie. All created by the very impressive Brew Web Studio. Another Carlo man, Papa, runs this wonderful web design company. Legend of a goalkeeper for no walk, Mr. Craig Carney. I wish you weren't playing the cup final. You're just gone. Anyway, God bless
Brilliant.
you.
Well done,
where are
Craig.
we? What do we have? We have Shannon's curveball. It's that time, lads, where Shannon's going to come in, give us a mystery topic. We can't wait. She's always in good form. Very bubbly personality. That smile tells everything.
Yeah.
Do you want the mask?
Shannon, put on the mask for me. Before funny.
I'd actually be afraid to. No, I'm
Why?
fine.
Smells of deep heat.
Yeah.
How do you get on working with each other every day?
We don't talk between the radio links. It's
Really?
usually how we do it.
Really?
No, it's just joking.
That's good.
Sometimes.
That's harsh.
But you know what though? Speaking of, you obviously was talking about wrestling and how much of a fanatic he is, right? When it broke in the newsroom that Hulk Hogan died, he was gone out of the studio. And I actually ran around the station being like, did anybody check on Shane?
It was the same week Ozzy passed, like.
I thought he was a goner.
That was tough.
I was actually, I genuinely worried for him. I
Do
was like, this
you
is
know
bad.
the Ozzy Osbourne one? Remember he done the show in Birmingham there about a month ago?
Yeah. Back to the beginning.
I had an idea.
Yeah, sure. He
that
couldn't
at the end
stand,
was
like,
close.
he was sitting
Remember
there.
there was rumours going on about euthanasia and
Him and Sharon.
Yeah, I kind of thought that. I like Ozzy Osbourne. I like his music. I think some of his lyrics are absolutely outstanding. Same week.
Nuts.
Crazy.
I was waiting for a third then. The way I said things
does happen
coming
in
tree,
trees.
I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Jesus.
Checking on Shannon.
Yeah.
Three of his favourite people
Character,
absolutely
the
broken
Grim
it.
Reaper. Shannon, what do you have for us?
So I tried to spice it up a little bit today now, right? Didn't do very well, but I said we'll see how it goes. It's purge happening. Okay, let's all close our eyes. Put
Do that
ourselves.
again?
It's a purge. Let's all close our eyes.
What's
put
a
ourselves.
purge, Shannon? Can you
You've never watched The Purge?
Purge is 24 hours to kill.
Yeah, you can
whatever
do whatever
you
you want. for
Murder
24
is
hours.
legal.
What do we have to do?
I go fucking drinking. That's what I do.
24 hours, right? The guards are closing their eyes. You can do any crime you want.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're turning a blind eye to it, but you only get one crime.
Can you be coffered when the
No.
purge is over?
There's no
No,
consequences. You're like you do
Purge
your.
is like if the hooter goes off and away you go.
Okay, what's yours?
Oof, Jesus Christ. Where did you come up with that one, Shannon?
It's a great question, though.
Yeah. I don't know.
Get away with anything. Like.
I'd probably go to every jewellery shop
Yeah.
and empty every glass counter and then park that stuff. And then once the purge is over, go to Cash for Gold and get a few bob for it.
Strategic.
You make money, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You could just rob Cash for Gold though.
Shannon, can you do it, please? Yeah, you could. But yeah, I do something like that.
Okay. What about you?
But I
Papa?
don't know. It's just, yeah.
Little angel
Just-
over here.
Yeah, he's never,
Yeah, the
never
hell.
upped a lot.
I know. I'd speed.
Rob a bank,
No.
would you?
I don't need that.
All right.
Wow.
I don't know. I do damage. I just wreck the town, break windows and
Would you?
shops and everything. Yeah, I
What's
would.
the first place you
You
go,
went
Bob?
from 0 to 90 there.
Yeah, I would.
I
I
don't
just
know.
wreck it. Walk
You're
up
not,
and say,
you wouldn't do anything for
Throw me
your
with that
gain.
pub when you're young lad. They're going to throw a cake through that window.
You wouldn't
Fuck
do
that.
anything for your gain.
No, just to do damage.
You just leave a stamp.
Yeah, and say, look. Pop
What's the first
pop
place
it.
you attack?
I don't know. Probably
You've gone right
Leopard
back
and
down now.
Fry, maybe.
Morrissey's?
Yeah.
What to do to you?
No, I just didn't like the lad who wanted at the time. He was a bit arrogant to me one night in Scraggs. It felt like fucking him out through the window, you know.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
a few chip.
But
take
not
that
the
chip
people who
off
owned
it.
it now, yeah. But I would have
Give us
wrecked the
some
town.
salt for it.
Yeah.
Go and throw cakes through windows and just wreck the town, basically, yeah. Go up and just flatten a taxi man for the crack. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Just whatever. Yeah,
You
bit
went
of
from I
banter.
don't know what I
No,
do
I
to
would,
having
no,
12
I didn't think about it.
To
I
go
didn't
on a
think about
kill
it.
frenzy.
Yeah. Well, bud, how's it going? Bang, there you go, bud. Yeah, you're getting away with that. Can't see you in court, no, you won't. Yeah. Yeah, probably do that, yeah.
What else?
Yeah, there was a trail of destruction behind me, yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, Shane,
Yeah.
turn you
This
in.
is, I'm afraid of this now.
yeah.
this could be
Afraid of
brilliant.
this.
Oh, what? I'd rob my father's car. But I just park
Seize
it.
the camera in.
Yeah. I just park it around the corner and he'd never find it, the cunt. And I tell him that I fucking had it as well.
Yeah,
I say,
yeah.
I took your car.
Yeah.
He loves that car.
You're
like.
doing it for banter and crack. You're doing it for
He has problems somewhere.
No,
yeah.
there's different, yeah. You get bolded.
Chucky going around the place.
No.
And I'm doing it for monetary gain. Three different
Yeah.
people.
And I'm actually the total opposite of that. If I get drunk, I just want to dance and laugh and be giddy and all that.
So snake hips
But
himself. right?
yeah, so
What would
I'm
you
not
do,
aggressive at
Shannon?
all.
I
Just-
go for the banks, yeah. Go for the money. Keep all the money.
Yeah, but how are you going to get into the vaults and all?
It's hard to get into the vaults.
That's what I'm thinking about getting Robin.
I tried.
You know. Yeah.
I've been in the vaults.
Yeah.
I've
Use the
held a
pan.
lot of money in my hand putting into ATMs and stuff. Like 2 million in cash isn't actually that big. Like I've had 2 million in cash in my hands.
No way.
Yeah.
That's just his paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I rob the banks. I'm probably a murderer too. Do you know?
Who would you kill? Poor Yanni. Oh, Yanni, you get it.
Getting it in the neck. That's the truth.
Would you be that? Would you go that bad that you'd want to kill someone?
Oh, gotcha.
Would you love to take a life?
For fuck's sake, Shannon.
That's
wrong.
Machines.
Not save
Go
the life,
for
but
Get the
split them
show
with
to
a banana.
myself.
You know what I mean? Split them. Like hit him with a
You
base.
don't want to kill someone.
No, but I want to do
Shannon-
damage. I want to
I'd
leave
give
a
you a
mark.
baseball bat if you wanted.
Yeah.
A baseball mat like your man
Meet
had in
Albert.
The Walking Dead with the barbed wire wrapped around it.
There you go.
And just hit the first
What was
person you
his
don't
name?
You
like.
should be a
Split
wrestler,
them.
Papa.
Yeah.
You get to do that and
Yeah.
the other person lets you.
Someone I don't like. There's not too many people I don't like, but
Yeah.
someone I'd like, I do serious damage.
There you go
Basically,
now.
yeah. Just, leave a mark on him.
Same putting him straight out of their misery. He's absolutely hammering
I'm
them.
I'm leaning towards you, no, Shannon. To be fair.
Yeah, he's getting barbed wire and battering
Yeah.
them with it. Like,
He's strapped to a chair job, isn't he? Like,
The name of his back.
waterboard.
I don't know. I
plucked
never
their
watched The
fingernails
Walking
off
Dead.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something. Okay, anyway, that would turn dark.
That was brilliant,
Yeah.
Shannon.
Yeah.
Turned dark
Very
very
much.
quick.
People
Shan,
look at me now going, what the fuck is wrong with him?
She should be Frankie Vendetta. She's a lot more darker than I am.
would Frankie ever need a manager?
Yeah. Come along. I want to have a gang of fucking weirdos with me. That's what I'd have.
Yeah, pop, you're in.
Do you remember the oddities, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to.
Who was in Corrigan?
Giant Silva, Golga.
Yeah. Who was the little lad? Who was Golga? Who was he behind the mask?
Earthquake. John Tenta.
Was that
That's
Earthquake?
Yeah. Luna Vachon.
Luna Vachon, yeah. She was with Bam Bam, wasn't she?
She
Bam
was,
Bam
yeah.
was one of my favourites.
Yeah, Bam Bam was fantastic.
Yeah.
Bam Bam and the Big Boss Man, for the size of him,
Yeah.
the way they could move. Bam Bam doing backflips, and
Yeah.
Big Boss Man, the way he'd hit the ropes, it's just...
You'd hear some of the measurement stuff to people, and you're like, this lad is 7'2" and he's
653
pounds. Then you
Yeah.
Google 650
You'd be coming home with a
He's not
defibrillator,
that
would you
way
say?
when you go out with that.
Yeah.
Nuts, boy.
But that's just
Pageantry.
part of it.
Yeah.
No, you said it, yeah.
Glitz and glam.
Talk to me, where can we find you? Where can we see you talking about that show?
Yeah,
Promote the shite over it.
well, you can find Shane on the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. We're making documentaries, and we just do a weekly podcast with 3 other absolute nerds. Subscribe, yeah, it's good fun. You can find us on TikTok, Facebook. Frankie Vendetta is Frankie.Vendetta on Instagram. That's all he's on. That's all he knows how to use so far. Just you'll see any details of any upcoming matches or whatever, or just see me singing songs. And then OTT Wrestling. We're coming October 4th to the Carlow Youth Centre.
Oh, yeah.
It's first time ever in Carlow. As I was saying, you could see the next big WWE star there. There's people like Limo, there's the Sam, there's Keen Noonan, just like Jay, amazing wrestlers. And I think for people that might be on the fence on it, and this isn't me trying to like oversell it or whatever, but like for people that just go and see it or bring your kids to it, because the sound of that ring, they're going to be mesmerized. Like, and that show is structured to keep their attention as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be unlike anything that you would have experienced. You've probably been to the circus. You've probably been to. This is just going to be off the wall, and have 2 tickets to give away to your listeners.
Shannon,
as well.
get on it. Arrange something. Get the tickets to the people. What are you thinking? Thanks, Shannon.
So we'll have 2.
You're the fucker I'm coming for when I have my 24 hours.
Hi, Podge.
Listen, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Delighted to getting you on.
it was good fun.
We've been asking Shannon for you to come on for a while now, and we listen to you during the day, to be fair.
I listen to him every
Whenever we
morning. Him
can.
and John Welsh having to crack over
There you go.
leads.
That's what most people say.
Yeah.
They don't recognise him with me. It's John.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's only brief with John in the morning. The sports show, you 8:30 you do that.
Yeah,
and then you do 1 to 4 with Shannon.
And people only know me from 1 to 4 or from the
Morning.
brief
10
part
minutes
with
with
John.
John, yeah.
But Shannon, you don't. The first time I listened to you was 2 weeks ago. I was driving home from work. It was about 2 o'clock, and I was like, "That is not Shannon."
It is. Believe
You
it or
don't
not.
sound anything like yourself.
Thanks. Tell the voice straight.
It does.
Is that an insult or a compliment? I don't know which it
No,
is. Shannon.
no, I don't know what it is. Obviously, you're clearly media trained. Anyway, you ain't. Where can we buy the merch, Shannon?
Oh, the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show stuff. So, Bert the Hitman Ahern. We have a
It's going to be a match. Who's it against Brutus the Farther Beefcake?
There you go. We have a Healy Ray Mysterio. We're on Redbubble. So you can get the hats there or whatever. It's class. It's just Healy Ray with a fucking Rey Mysterio mask. But we draw them all ourselves. Like, there's no AI or anything going on there. It's just
Brilliant.
one of the lads, Matthew in Diceman Productions, just draws them all. We have a Super Nature Boy with Ric Flair just going boo instead of going woo.
Yeah.
So loads of cool t-shirts on Redbubble, and a Frankie Vendetta thing if you want.
Yeah, we'll definitely take a look. Again, thanks for coming on, and listen, I'd love to have you back on.
Absolutely, yeah, brilliant.
Maybe come on as Frankie. That'd be good, wouldn't it? That'd be interesting.
You would not be able to withstand the smell of baby oil in this room itself. Yeah,
Lads, what a fucking mental episode. Really enjoyable. Good laugh there. As I said, our website is here. But for now, I just want to say a massive thanks to every single one of you for tuning in. Please like, share, and follow the podcast. As we say every week, someone out there might get a laugh, a lift, or just feel a little bit shit after listening to us. Thanks very much. We appreciate the bonesy. As always, Papa, it's not my podcast.
Not my podcast.
It's Carlos Sports Podcast. It's your podcast. Good luck and God bless till next week, folks.
Brilliant. Yeah. Super. No, it's brilliant.
Thanks, lads.
That's full time on this week's episode of the Housey Podcast. Available on all podcasting platforms. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter/X. Proudly sponsored by Amplify. Got a story to tell? A voice that needs to be heard? Get in touch with us here in Amplify, Carlow Town's professional home for podcasters of all kinds. We can be found on Instagram at Amplify Podcast Studio. Amplify, power up your podcast.